ambivalence, to be uncertain or indecisive. You know, when I think of ambivalence, I think of most of my life. I spent a good portion of my life just kind of not being here nor there. I could go with or without, I didn't care. And it's a really dangerous place to be in, especially when it comes to your spiritual walk. Now, I talk about this because spiritual warfare for me has been really strong lately. And because ambivalence was a good portion of my life, I find myself getting back there again when the enemy is trying to get at me. Puts me in a place of, maybe today, God, I'm fine. And I found myself in that quite a bit last week, to admit. And it was a really scary place to be in because I was super depressed. I had really terrible, evil thoughts. And I wasn't going to God like I should have been. I was taking my basic training that I know in my soul, in my spirit, I know these things, and I still just kind of put them to the side. And it got to the point where the enemy put some thoughts in my head that I know were not mine. And then I heard the word ambivalent, and I was like, oh, I'm ambivalent right now. Satan won't win. That's for sure. God always wins. But I have moments where I become ambivalent and I let the enemy think that he's winning. And I find myself being okay with that. Spiritual warfare is no joke. Ambivalence is a serious issue. When you find yourself being ambivalent, you need to make a decision. You need to find a way to get out. And it finally took me, obviously, to talk to somebody to realize that was the situation I was in. But when we find ourselves in these situations where we are really just in a black hole, the last thing we want to do is reach out. I get that. And I am guilty of always telling people, please reach out if you need me, and then not doing it myself. So I'm working on battling that right now. And I know I'll get through it, and I'm going to learn a lot from this. And I know that there's a purpose for it. And I know that God is allowing me to go through this so I can learn firsthand how to deal with being ambivalent. Do you find yourself being ambivalent today?